Let me be real with you for a second. There was a time when I didn't care about glute training at all. Leg day, sure, squats, occasionally, but my focus was on upper body workouts, like most guys in the gym. That was until my girlfriend T casually mentioned, "You should work on your glutes." At first I laughed it off. Why would I care? But then she hit me with something that stuck. All my friends say a strong, fit butt on a guy is a big turn on. That got me thinking, if women were noticing, then maybe I should too. Plus, having strong glutes isn't just about aesthetics. It's about power, athleticism, and overall lower body health. A weak posterior chain leads to back pain, knee instability, and even poor posture. So I set out to find the best way to build strong, athletic glutes, not the over-the-top, social media kind, but the kind that boosts your performance in sports, makes you stronger in the gym, and, well, gets noticed. And after trial and error, I found the 3 most effective exercises that transformed my flat glutes into something I could be proud of. These aren't gimmicks. These are science-backed movements that maximize growth while minimizing unnecessary strain. But before we dive in, let me hit you with a bonus point, because this one extra move changed the game for me, and it'll do the same for you. The science behind hip thrusts versus squats. Which one is best? For years, the debate over whether hip thrusts or squats are better for glute growth has been ongoing. Squats have long been considered the gold standard for lower body development, while hip thrusts have gained popularity as an effective way to specifically target the glutes. However, there was little direct evidence comparing the two exercises until recently. A study led by Daniel Plynn, a PhD student and researcher, sought to determine which exercise was superior. Over the course of 9 weeks, one group performed only back squats, while another group focused solely on hip thrusts. The results were surprising. While squats primarily built the quadriceps and inner thighs, both exercises contributed to similar levels of glute growth. This means that if your main goal is to develop stronger, more defined glutes without significantly increasing the size of your legs, hip thrusts are the way to go. Additionally, because hip thrusts are generally less fatiguing than heavy squats, you can perform them more frequently and with greater volume, leading to faster results. Another advantage of hip thrusts is their ability to isolate the glutes more effectively. Unlike squats, which engage multiple muscle groups including the quads, hamstrings, and lower back, hip thrusts put direct emphasis on the glutes. This is especially beneficial for individuals who find that their legs dominate their squat movements, limiting their glute activation. In contrast, squats remain a powerful exercise for overall leg strength and athleticism, making them a valuable tool for lower body development. However, if your priority is glute hypertrophy, focusing more on hip thrusts while strategically incorporating squats can lead to optimal results. The key takeaway is that both exercises have their place in a well-rounded training program. But if your goal is to maximize glute growth while minimizing leg size, hip thrusts should be your primary movement. Mastering the hip thrust: form, setup, and execution. The hip thrust is one of the most effective exercises for targeting the glutes, but proper form is crucial to avoid injury and maximize results. Many beginners struggle with hip thrusts due to improper foot placement, poor hip positioning, or engaging the wrong muscles. One common mistake is placing the feet too far forward, which shifts the tension to the hamstrings rather than the glutes. On the other hand, positioning the feet too close can result in excessive activation of the quadriceps. To find the ideal foot placement, your shins should be perpendicular to the ground at the top of the movement. One simple trick is to use a small plate as a marker to ensure consistency in foot positioning. Once your feet are correctly placed, the movement itself is relatively straightforward. The key is to drive your hips toward the ceiling while maintaining a neutral spine. Many lifters make the mistake of overextending their lower back, which can lead to discomfort or even injury. To prevent this, engage your core as if you were preparing for a punch to the stomach, then squeeze your glutes at the top of the movement. A useful mental cue is to imagine holding a $100 bill between your glutes that someone is trying to steal. This helps reinforce proper muscle activation. Additionally, the most effective portion of the hip thrust occurs at the top range of motion, so focusing on the upper half of the movement with a brief pause at the top can further enhance glute engagement. Despite its effectiveness, the standard barbell hip thrust can be a hassle to set up. Loading plates, positioning the bar, and securing the bench can feel like an entire workout on its own. If you find this setup cumbersome. An excellent alternative is the single-leg dumbbell hip thrust. This variation requires minimal equipment and still provides a powerful glute activation. By placing a dumbbell across the working leg and thrusting one side at a time, you can achieve similar benefits while reducing lower back strain. The most important aspect of the single-leg variation is maintaining even hips throughout the movement. Letting your hips drop to one side reduces the effectiveness of the exercise. Whether you choose the barbell or dumbbell version, consistent practice with proper form will yield significant improvements in glute strength and size. The Bulgarian split squat, a brutal but effective glute builder. While hip thrusts effectively target the glutes in the contracted position, they do not emphasize a deep stretch. Research suggests that incorporating movements that challenge the glutes at their stretched position can enhance overall growth. This is where the Bulgarian split squat comes in. This single-leg exercise places significant tension on the glutes, hamstrings, and quadriceps, making it one of the most effective lower body exercises for muscle development. However, it is also one of the most challenging exercises to perform, both physically and mentally. Many people struggle with balance when first attempting Bulgarian split squats, but this improves with practice. The key to maximizing glute activation in the Bulgarian split squat is foot placement. If the front foot is positioned too close to the bench, the movement becomes more quad dominant. To emphasize the glutes, the front foot should be placed far enough forward so that the shin remains vertical at the bottom of the squat. Leaning the torso slightly forward also increases glute engagement by placing a greater stretch on the muscle. This technique can be difficult to master, so beginners should start by stabilizing themselves with a support, such as holding onto a squat rack or a wall, until they gain better control over the movement. Another tip for maximizing glute activation is focusing on the direction of movement. While a typical squat involves moving straight up and down, the Bulgarian split squat benefits from a slight forward drive of the hips. This movement pattern shifts more tension onto the glutes rather than the quadriceps. If the Bulgarian split squat is too challenging at first, an excellent alternative is the reverse lunge. This exercise follows a similar movement pattern but provides greater stability, making it easier to control. Regardless of which variation you choose, incorporating single-leg movements into your routine will help develop well-rounded lower body strength and balance. Optimizing squats for glute growth. Squats are often associated with quad and lower back development, but they can be an excellent tool for glute growth when performed correctly. One major reason why some people do not feel squats in their glutes is improper stance and depth. Research has shown that full depth squats lead to significantly more glute activation than partial squats. This is because the deeper position places a greater stretch on the glutes, leading to increased muscle growth over time. To optimize squats for glute engagement, using a wider stance with toes slightly pointed outward is beneficial. This stance allows for greater hip involvement and reduces knee strain. Another key factor is the tempo of the squat. Instead of quickly dropping and bouncing out of the bottom position, lowering the weight in a controlled manner and pausing slightly at the bottom can increase time under tension, which is crucial for muscle growth. Additionally, shifting focus from pushing through the toes to driving through the heels can enhance glute activation. Some lifters find that elevating their heels slightly with weight plates helps maintain balance and proper posture, reducing strain on the lower back. Many people assume that squats should be performed at the beginning of a workout when strength levels are highest. However, placing squats at the end of a workout can be an effective strategy for targeting the glutes. After pre-fatiguing the glutes with hip thrusts and Bulgarian split squats, the glutes are more engaged during squats, even at lighter weights. This approach minimizes the need for heavy loading, reducing stress on the lower back while still delivering significant muscle activation. By combining these strategies, proper stance, controlled tempo, and strategic workout placement, squats can become a powerful tool for glute development. Bonus exercise: cable kickbacks. The secret to glute definition. Here's the move that added the final touch to my glute growth: cable kickbacks. While the first three exercises focused on overall mass and strength, cable kickbacks helped me isolate and sculpt my glutes. This exercise focuses on the gluteus medius, the muscle responsible for the roundness of your glutes. By strengthening this muscle, your glutes not only grow bigger, but also appear fuller and more defined. How to do it properly? Attach an ankle strap to a cable machine. Stand slightly forward, with a slight bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged and back straight. Slowly kick your leg back, focusing on a controlled squeeze at the top. Lower back down with control, no swinging. The key here is high reps and slow tempo. Unlike compound movements, where heavy weights weights are essential, cable kickbacks are all about the mind-muscle connection. Go for 12, 15 reps per leg to really feel that burn. Building a balanced lower body routine. If you want strong, athletic glutes, follow this plan. Hip thrusts. 3, 4 sets of 10, 20 reps. Bulgarian split squats. 2, 3 sets per leg. 8, 12 reps. Squats. 3 sets of 6, 10 reps. Slow and controlled. Cable kickbacks. Bonus. 3 sets of 12, 15 reps per leg. This routine isn't about building over the top, exaggerated glutes. It's about functional strength, athleticism, and aesthetics. Whether you're an athlete looking for more power or someone just trying to look good in jeans, this is the workout for you. So, if you're tired of having a flat glute game, commit to this program and watch the results roll in. And if you're looking for even more tailored workouts to transform your physique, check out Build with Science for a custom plan that fits your body type and goals. Your glutes will thank you later.